Yo, hello everybody and welcome back yet again to another daily update video. My name is CryptoStash and I hope you're having an amazing week. Currently it is Wednesday and Bitcoin is currently pumping above this very key level that I was talking about in my previous videos. You can see we are pushing through 112, 113k. We are above it right now. We tagged today the second weekly R2, as you can see, 114k. 0.3. We basically pumped up until there after a bounce from the weekly pivot. As you can see, Bitcoin got a nice move of around 3.1% basically. So what is next for Bitcoin, you may ask? Let me tell you. As you can see, I am currently on the daily time frame. I want to see Bitcoin have a daily candle close above this level. So right now, as you can see, we are having a slight pullback. If we go on a low time frame, you can see after hitting that second weekly R2, we are currently pulling a little bit to the downside basically. I think this is also because the stock market did some kind of a SFP. As you can see, we failed to close below the previous high. So right now the price is having a push to downside, but I think this is only by Nasdaq if I'm not mistaken. Let me see on the daily. Not quite. So the S&P 500 did put a nice new high, but the Nasdaq is currently rejecting, as you can see, from the previous all-time high. This is what we call a swing failure pattern, basically when the price fails to swing above the previous high and then starts dropping. This is also, in my opinion, why Bitcoin is having this slight pullback right now, basically. But it is very nice, and I have told you in my previous videos that I would be bearish until we close a daily candle above this level and then do something as a resistance into support flip, and then potentially go and test the 112, 107, basically between the POC where most of the volume sits and the value area high. Basically, if we make a box right here, this will be in the middle, 120 k for Bitcoin. Basically, this is where I would be looking for a potential price target if this reversal continues. Basically, that would be another from right here. If we measure 120k, another 5.6% of a move to the upside. Basically, this is what I'm looking for right now. If, of course, we close the candle above this level, Ethereum also had a nice push. As you can see, we did push above the weekly pivot and broke through this high right here that was previously we got rejected twice from. So basically, I think if we pull a range from the all-time high until now, yeah, exactly, you can see we were sitting at the value area low, and right now we did break through the POC where most of the volume sits, and Bitcoin almost and Ethereum almost went straight up to 4,500, where basically the value area high of this range is sitting. So basically, but we got a rejection from the weekly R1. We did not quite manage to hit 4,500, but we were close, and this pump might continue. Of course, if Bitcoin closes a daily candle above this particular level, maybe this is some kind of a fake out. It depends. It was the data that we got today, as you can see. What is happening here? Damn, this was not like this before. Okay, we are human. Okay, nice. So basically the data that we got today was the PPI data. We got -1 and the previous was 0.7. So basically right now this suggests that there is no inflation at all, and basically we are likely to get rate cuts. So next week, basically, so this is why Bitcoin and the stock market pumped, in my opinion. So it might all be a fake out, since the data change right here, as you can see, is basically very big. Before we got 0.7, and right now we are getting 7 points lower, which is a bit of a manipulation if you ask me. But these are the data we're getting, and tomorrow we do have CPI, which would be also very important. Last time it was 0.2. No, it was for the, yeah, it was 0.20. So basically, if we get above 0.3, then for sure 100% we would be getting rate cuts. But let's see what tomorrow brings. And as we got a nice pump today on the S&P and the Nasdaq and Bitcoin, and some of the other altcoins, Solana is beautifully running to the upside. As you can see, we are basically approaching the all-time high. We are quite a bit, just 32% away from the all-time high, and in my opinion, Solana SUI hype is currently at an all-time high. XRP also, in my opinion, gearing up for a potential push to the upside. Bitcoin dominance, if we start dropping right here, then I'm telling you, we will be getting some very nice moves for the altcoins. The dollar is still dropping to the downside nicely. This is what we want to see for Bitcoin to perform even better. Basically, we will see what happens this week. Will be very volatile. As you can see, today we got some nice volatility. Tomorrow would be even bigger volatility, in my opinion. And on Friday we do have some other news, and next week we will be getting the rate cuts potentially. So another big event that would be shaking the markets, and we will be getting a very volatile market. So be careful trading. As I always say, use proper risk management. If we look at the Bitcoin ETF flows, you can see we got a nice buy today from BlackRock, basically together, because the other big entities like Fidelity, Bitwise, they are selling. Basically BlackRock bought only, and we got together a inflow of around 23 million, but BlackRock bought alone 169 million, which is very nice. Fear and Greed Index, nothing new here. We are still in that neutral 43. Basically, if Bitcoin starts pushing up here, I am expecting the greed to start kicking in, and basically we would see some greed into the market. Retail would be longing, and then we might reject to the downside if it plays out like this. Long versus shorts ratio for the day, as you can see, we do have still more longs on some of the major exchanges like Hyperliquid. As you can see, we do have more longs. Basically, this is what I like to look at, since there are open trades, and basically a lot of smart traders, so I would say, are trading here. And when most of them are long, you know, they know they're confident in their position, and they are almost always correct. Basically, Binance is also currently more on the long side. Bybit is more shorts opened in the market. So this is what I like to look at right here. Funding rate is still positive. That is also nice for Bitcoin on most of the exchanges. And as you can see, today we got a spike up in open interest. We got our CVD pushing down while open interest going up. So basically we did get a lot of shorts squeezed right here. And yeah guys, I hope you liked it. Subscribe for the video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.